Who's next big heavyweight star?
Tom Aspinall, the guy who
Of
just
course, who
won
just
the
won.
interim title. He's phenomenal. And he is, again, the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
Don't forget, we've got a main event here, the greatest of all time against the most successful heavyweight of all time. Yet the biggest story of the week has been, why won't Jon fight Tom? And we've seen that in the press conference. That's why when Dana said the winner should fight Tom Aspinall, the place absolutely erupted. It was like a standing ovation, because that has become the narrative of the week.
He's annoying to me. And that's my own personal, he annoys me. I get to you guys, you find it entertaining, but I find him annoying. And I just don't like it.
The behavior of the greatest mixed martial artist in the world, the great and terrible Jon Jones, is a mirror reflecting just how good the hero of today's episode truly is.
If you kick my ass in front of the whole world, I'm happy to put my hand out and go, listen, you're the better man. No problem. You took my dreams away from me, but at least I tried. But this ducking and diving is something that I don't really have respect for.
I'm curious what you guys think Tom Aspinall felt watching this tonight.
Well, Tom Aspinall's a different animal.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom Aspinall's a 250-pound lightning bolt. The guy moves fast. He's got incredible power. I mean, he's a fast heavyweight. That's a different moving machine than Stipe.
Right now, this guy is one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet. Get comfortable, because after watching this video, you'll understand why Jon Jones is afraid to step into the terrifying reality that Tom Aspinall drags his opponents into.
Now, you might have to pay a price for that, but that's fine. You're going to pay a price for every bloody thing you do and everything you don't do. You don't get to choose to not pay a price. You get to choose which poison you're going to take. That's it.
It's a weird thing.
Aspinall's an athlete, man. He's such a good athlete.
Freak athlete.
Very fast. Very fast for a heavyweight.
So fast.
Yeah, but we felt the same way about Cyril Gane, though.
Yeah, but
Cyril Gane doesn't have wrestling. Doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Aspinall's like legit on the ground. Very legit on the ground.
So legit that his dad owned a jiu-jitsu gym. His dad's a black belt. He started doing jiu-jitsu at 2.
Like, he's literally took me to my first ever martial arts session, and he's quite literally been at every session since.
A young child raised in a fighting environment, by the age of 12 he had already won the Open Championship of Great Britain, collecting every belt class except the black one. Tom competed in boxing tournaments, tried his hand at wrestling, Aikido, and other martial arts. He loved fighting, and the real-life example of professionals from the most successful promotion in mixed martial arts, history inspired and motivated the young fighter. Aspinall competed in the Irish promotion Cage Warriors. After racking up an impressive winning streak in regional promotions, he was eager to make the jump to the top league. His contract with Cage Warriors was signed for 5 fights. But after just 2 quick victories, the British fighter signed with the UFC.
He can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. I mean, he knocked out Sergey, who's the scariest striker in all of MMA.
Yeah.
And he knocked him out in the first round.
Tom's UFC debut took place on July 25th, 2020 in Abu Dhabi at UFC on ESPN. Aspinall knocked out Jake Collier in just 45 seconds and earned his first performance of the night bonus.
Straight. Oh! What a finish! That's it! Wow!
Knockout for Tom Aspinall in his debut!
So slick.
I think we've got ourselves a prospect.
Following his explosive debut, Tom quickly and impressively climbed the rankings. Within just 1 year, he secured 3 stoppage victories, defeating experienced opponents along the way. He even managed to put an end to the career of legendary heavyweight Andrei Arlovsky. Tom firmly established himself among the top 15 heavyweights and was soon matched against a big and terrifying name. Alexander Volkov, nicknamed Drago, was indeed a dangerous opponent. A well-rounded fighter, Volkov brought with him a wealth of experience gained from battles with the most dangerous heavyweights in the world. But as it turned out, neither experience nor elite competition nor Volkov himself could stop the fury of the British monster. Aspinall came out very aggressively and took Volkov down within the first minute. Soon, Drago managed to escape the deep waters of the ground game and got back to his feet, where he suddenly dropped Aspinall with a strike. But once again, Aspinall easily took Volkov down and, in a split second, locked in a slick arm submission.
Composed. And now this is trouble.
Straight arm lock attempt here from Aspinall. He's done it! What a moment for Tom Aspinall! That is the biggest win of his career.
Now, Tom Aspinall is a terrifying and ruthless name, one of a fighter who will stop at absolutely nothing to achieve his ultimate goal. But as strange as it may sound, Tom became the best version of himself after his first loss in the UFC. He was defeated by top prospect Curtis Blaydes in just 15 seconds. And even though it was technically a loss due to injury, Aspinall's championship ambitions were suddenly hanging by a thread.
I had the meniscus injury for so long so your meniscus, you obviously know, but I'm saying it for the viewers. I'm saying this for the viewers.
It's a shock absorber.
Exactly. Your meniscus stopped. Without your meniscus there, or with a tear in it,
arthritic,
your bones start doing that, smashing together. Now, what happened is, because that was happening with me for so long, my bone started calcifying. So it almost like provide a shock absorber for where my meniscus should be, which I didn't realize that was an issue until they cut me open.
The loss didn't break Tom, it only made him stronger. The injury affected his new approach to fighting, making him more pragmatic. His style became safer. He avoided risky exchanges and started building his game plan, not around brute force, but around technical precision. He showcased this perfectly in his fight against Marcin Tybura.
He wanted to return to the scene of the crime, the scene where he suffered that agonizing knee injury about a year ago to the damages. If you needed reminding, Aspinall's in the white, Tybura is in the red.
One thing we know about Tom Aspinall, he's very quick for a heavyweight. And he gets quick finishes. He almost got one there. The first kick that he threw.
That knee must be all right.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think so.
Let's test it. So worried about the hands now. If he wanted to level change, drive through with the double leg, it's right there.
Oh, nice elbow.
Tom knocked out his opponent in the very first round, and the tough and dangerous prospect lasted barely a minute. That spectacular knockout earned Tom a matchup against the most dangerous fighter in the division.
What I'm interested in at UFC heavyweight, Pavlovich.
Oh my God.
That's the boy.
Yeah.
Sergey Pavlovich, that motherfucker. That's the Russian Francis, rather. He comes out, guns blazing on people, just like Francis used to.
Tom's next opponent embodied a true maniacal monster. Sergey Pavlovich was returning to the octagon after his April victory over Curtis Blaydes. In typical fashion, the Russian bulldozed his opponent in the first round and set a UFC record. No one in the history of the promotion had ever achieved 6 consecutive first-round knockout wins. Pavlovich had done it, and a 7th straight victory would have been historic in every sense of the word.
But dude, Tom Aspinall,
I know
he's so fucking explosive and athletic and scary.
He's an issue.
I'd rather see him.
Jon Jones basically, Schmitty said, Jon Jones said he's not fighting him.
Dude, when he took that left, that huge, massive left, and then stayed focused, that was fucking impressive.
Yeah, Sergio cracked him.
In an uncharacteristic manner, Pavlovich didn't come out aggressively. Instead, he waited for the right moment and tried to find his range. Tom threw low kicks and circled around the octagon. Sergey eventually started applying pressure, trying to force exchanges, and landed a few clean shots. The Brit held firm and then delivered a brilliant counterattack. Tom slipped a punch and landed a right hand off a step-in, hitting Pavlovich square on the temple. Sergey staggered and after a brief flurry of follow-up shots, collapsed. Tom Aspinall got it done in the first round and became the UFC interim heavyweight champion. The Brit played his biggest card, his speed. That fight put the entire world's attention on him, and the first thing Tom did afterward was accept a challenge from Curtis Blaydes to avenge his painful loss.
The guy's been in the top 10 for a long time. He's done basically everything that there is to do apart from win a title. Curtis Blades has done so. I am taking this fight very, very seriously. I'm not looking past him at all.
Aspinall started the fight in his usual style, circling around his opponent, but his first attempts to engage nearly ended in disaster. He closed the distance too aggressively and took some clean shots to the chin, but the Brit quickly recovered and got back in rhythm. The next exchange turned out to be the last one of the fight. Aspinall got hit again, but this time he landed two. A powerful 1-2 combo connected with Blades' head, sending him crashing to the canvas, where he was finished with a barrage of follow-up strikes.
One thing about Tom is these boys he's putting down, these are the big heavyweights. And I'm talking about size, I'm talking about actually getting on the scale and what they tip the scale at.
It took Aspinall just 1 minute to avenge his only UFC loss and defend his interim title. After the fight, Tom finally did what everyone had been waiting for. He called out Jon Jones.
Hello, John. I have nothing against you personally, but I just think I'm better than you. I just know that I can beat you in a fight, so I'm coming for it.
This is the final obstacle on the path to greatness, and this potential fight doesn't look favorable for the legendary Jon Jones. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.